everyone. I'm Kara Minoui. This is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, November 27th. On today's show, we update you on two major construction projects happening at Shell Point, the Aquatic Center on the island and the new neighborhood, the Estuary at Shell Point. But first, the holidays are here. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, which means all Shell Point offices will be closed. However, we do have some dining options for you. The Island Cafe will be open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. for custom hot breakfasts or quick lunch choices hot off the grill. They also have homemade pies for sale throughout the season. In the Crystal Room, it's a bountiful buffet featuring hand-carved roast turkey, as well as ham, salmon, baked chicken, and other holiday favorites. You have an extensive selection of side items, as well as the always wonderful salad bar and autumn desserts like pumpkin pie. It's an all-you-can-eat feast for just $23.95. And remember, you can also save money by treating your family and friends on your Passport dining plan. The Crystal Room will be open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Palm Grill at the Woodlands has an always exciting selection of menu choices, including filet mignon and Florida grouper. They also have the traditional turkey dinner, as well as many side items to choose from. Enjoy the elegant sit-down atmosphere of the Palm Grill, open Thanksgiving Day from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Keep in mind that the Promenade Cafe will be closed, and all dining venues will be closed in the evening so our employees can spend it with their families. It all starts tonight with our traditional Thanksgiving Eve service at the Village Church. In addition to good music, you'll hear testimonies of gratitude from several Shell Point employees. It starts tonight at 7:15 in the Village Church, and all are welcome, whether you are a churchgoer or not. And if you can't make it out, you can also enjoy the service live on Shell Point TV, Channel 12. And did we mention that it will be in high definition? Many of you eagle eyes have noticed that our channels 12 and 13 are now broadcast in widescreen high definition. Our channel 11 is still surrounded by black bars, as we do not yet have the budget to upgrade our studio to high definition equipment. But we appreciate your patience with us as we continue to fine-tune our broadcasts here at Shell Point TV. Remember that you can watch all of our programs anytime just by visiting our website at shellpoint.net. We post every episode of Shell Point Today online, and people who watch it on the computer get the first glimpse of the next day's episode every evening. We also host important programs like the Resident Quarterly Meeting, the 2 Medicare seminars, and the Village Church Sunday morning service. It's all available anytime and from anywhere in the world at www.shellpoint.net/SPTV. Now on to some exciting news. Earlier this year, the island swimming pool was closed. Rather than trying to renovate 40-year-old equipment, it was time to create something new and add some much-needed features. So construction began this summer on a new state-of-the-art aquatic center featuring a lap pool, a deep water exercise pool, an aquatherapy pool, and a hot tub, as well as ramps, so everything is accessible. Preparing this site took a lot of effort, especially with the heavy rains we had this summer. And, pardon the pun, but the construction has ramped up recently so that now you can clearly see the changing facilities under construction, as well as other new features. Last week, they poured the concrete for the main swimming pool, which was quite the operation. Once all the utilities are connected and the site is landscaped, the Aquatic Center should be open for all residents and guests in late January. Now there's even more good news. We have a time-lapse camera pointed at the Aquatic Center site, documenting the construction from the beginning. For example, here is a time-lapse of the cupola being installed in the main building. In January, we'll be able to show you the entire construction process from beginning to end right here on Shell Point TV. The other big construction project at Shell Point is the Estuary. This new neighborhood, being built on Par Boulevard, south of the driving range, features a selection of private single-family homes with many new and distinctive features unique to this neighborhood. In order to introduce the estuary to the public, Shell Point constructed a sample home located in Palm Acres. Now, because we don't want people putting their noses up to the windows in this new house, Bob Southern took us on a television tour of the new sample home for the estuary at Shell Point.
Hi, everybody. It's Jared Pike with Shell Point TV. With me is Bob Southern, Director of Project Development. And Bob, look, we have a house.
Yes, it's coming along. You start to see what our new home is going to look like in our future estuary subdivision.
So this is the Estuary Neighborhood Sample Home. This is a very good example of what these homes are going to look like. And we're going to walk through, first of all, the outside is very attractive.
We initially started the design, we were looking for to have a lot of old Florida touches with the home. And I think it's gotten kind of a Key Westy feel a little bit too, with the colors and some of the gingerbread around the fascia. So it's a nice combination of old Florida and maybe a little bit of the colorful parts of Florida.
Yeah, and it also has some practical features, one of which I like is this half garage. Talk about this for a second.
Well, we tried to acknowledge the fact that a lot of our residents have golf carts, and future residents we expect will do the same. So when we designed these homes, we've designed every one of them with a golf cart garage. So you will have a separate garage entrance, separate garage door opener, so that you can park your golf cart in your home in the estuary.
That's a very Shell Point thing to do.
That's a very Shell Point thing to do. I don't know that many places have done that.
So we have a big garage here, again, almost a 2.5 space here.
We've got a closet in here for storage, and there is room in here, especially if you only have one car. A lot of us, our garages turned into something other than what you have when you have a car in them. So if you only have one car, you've got storage space. If you've got 2 cars and a golf cart, you've got room for those also.
And an attic, so there's storage space galore. Well, let's go inside and see what we got. Well, Bob, we're in the new Estuary sample home, and as you can see, it's still a little bit under construction, so we don't want people visiting, really. Yes, but that's why we're doing it on television. So the first thing I see here, Bob, is the height of it. Let's go in this great room. Tell me about the space of this great room.
Well, we wanted to create interesting ceiling lines and lots of outside light coming in. So we have designed this home with this cupola here that takes this great room ceiling way in the air with windows at the top. So you've got lots of outside light coming in, light everywhere coming at you from natural light. Mm-hmm. And we thought these were nice, big, open, tall feeling designs, lots of volume. It really has a good open feel to it.
The ceilings themselves are really tall, but then this cupola just soars. Yeah, it soars. It's really outstanding.
We will have several with this cupola design. We will have others that have dormers in them that bring the outside light in. Some on the front, some on the side, some on the rear. So that we wanted to make the community less cookie cutter, and each building has its own feel and options as far as the look and how we designed it. It's their own home, yes.
All right, so we're going to go in a few of the guest rooms here. Let's go this way. So this is guest room number 2. It's 3 bedrooms, this house.
3 bedrooms.
And so,
or 2 bedrooms and a den, depending on what you want to do with it. Just one thing I'd like to point out, and we have this feature in several of the bedrooms, that again, wanting to bring in outside light, these high windows here that give you light but still give you privacy or protect your view in certain directions. So we put these overhead smaller windows here to bring in more of that outside light.
And then here we have this guest room. And I like the feature of this one, this kind of angled thing is a theme of this house, really.
Well, we tried to as is done in many cases anymore, not make it so boxy.
Right.
Give it a little bit of interest to the rooms. They're not all squares and rectangles, so you've got a great place here to have a desk and have a nice view outside. And again, lots of light coming in.
And the master suite is really the most interesting, and we're going to go visit that next. So Bob, let's talk about this master suite. Again, we see the angles here.
We tried to give some volume to the room with the elevated trays in the ceilings. Again, and the interesting wall, some nice big closets. This is one upgrade that you can get if that is of interest to you. Shelving is standard, but if you like a closet system, there will be some options there for you to upgrade to that.
It's great. Now, big bathroom.
This will have a door at appropriate height. You got a little cedar footrest in there for you. That just more for stability. Right off of the master bath is where you'll have your washer and dryer and your nice little built-in cabinetry and sink, which is a nice upgrade from the typical laundry tub type sink. So
right. This wash sink looks just as good as these bathroom sinks.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind washing my face in there if I had to.
All right, so we're going to explore now one of these interesting doors leading off the master. It goes to the screened-in lanai. We're technically in the screened-in lanai, but it doesn't feel like we've left the house.
No, there's no screen. And this is one of several options that you have with your screen lanai. As a standard, this opening that you see behind you is where the sliding glass doors typically are. And one of the options is to remove those sliders, install sliders out here, and then your screen room, if you have a pool or just a typical some units will have hot tubs. You can do this option and move your home essentially all the way out to the end of the structure.
Now we're about to see something that has not been available at Shell Point except here in Palm Acres, and that is an individual pool. And this is going to be very exciting for Estuary residents. Let's go take a look. Wow, look at this, Bob.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting feature of the single-family homes that are going to be in the estuary. There will be 8 of those, and they can have a pool if the resident desires, and there will be probably 3 different options for pool designs. You can have a hot tub associated with it.
Pool plus hot tub is amazing.
Yeah, and it's a nice patio for furniture, and sit out here and enjoy your views.
It's just beautiful, and it's all screened in. This pool cage keeps the bugs out.
Bug-free.
It's excellent, excellent. All right, we're going to go back inside and head to the kitchen. So we have a beautiful kitchen here. Obviously we have some countertop choices, cabinet choices, and appliance choices. It's always choices at Shell Point. Yeah. And one part of this kitchen that I really like is you have multiple dining areas. Just off to the side here, you have a little breakfast nook. That
affords a nice view of what will be the golf course and the lakes out in the estuary, and can have they call it a breakfast nook, but it's okay to eat lunch in there too if you care to.
And importantly, you can see the TV from the kitchen.
Absolutely.
Let's go take a look at the TV. So Bob, this is a feature that I have not really seen in houses to date. It's a TV niche.
Yeah, it's kind of a new feature that we've incorporated in this project as an option. It creates a niche for a flat panel TV so it can be mounted in here and fit into this space. And this whole niche has a lighting arrangement around the outside of it that will be hidden. And it have its own switch, so it just creates a nice look.
And also here's the dining room. Now again, Bob, options. We've set it up here as a formal dining room, but this could be anything. This could be a sitting room, a living room.
It works well as dining, and obviously it's not far from the kitchen, but again, you have options as to what you want to do with your own home.
And again, windows, bring in the natural light, the green spaces, all of it is in every single room of this house.
Trying to bring the outside in.
That's great. That's what the estuary is all about. Now, folks, we're not just going to show you the estuary sample home today. We're also going to show you the actual estuary. Yes, there's progress going on at the estuary job site. We're about to go see it right now. Well, Bob, here we are. This is the estuary.
This is the estuary.
And we're located a little south of the golf course and on Onpar Boulevard. Right here, we're standing at a future home site of a signature home. Is that right?
That is correct.
So the sample home we just looked at may be in this location. And if you were looking out your private swimming pool, you'd see this view of the 7th hole. And we have lots of greenery here, lakes. Any of you who live in Eagles Preserve, you know the green pastures of the golf course are a very attractive sight. Now, you mentioned that there's work going on. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, right now we are in the process of preliminary work prior to digging the lake. We've got about a 4.5 acre lake here in the center of the estuary. And we've just finished installing a dewatering system that helps to pull the water table down so equipment can get down into the lake and dig it and pull the soil out.
That's great. So we're looking for the first 14 sails. Once that happens, all the roads go in, all the infrastructure goes in, and then the houses start to go up when we have a brand new neighborhood. Also a little community building, is that right?
Community building and a very nice pool with an infinity edge right at the edge of the lake. So it's going to be a nice building that will accommodate quite a few people for meetings and potlucks and whatever they want to use it for, and then a very nice and attractive swimming pool.
So the folks in the estuary will have their own little commons building and also a nice entrance. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we're designing a lovely entrance here that we are going to plant heavily with a lot of oaks. We're trying to create a bit of an old Florida feel here, an attractive sign wall, and we're going to have a little surprise on the top of that sign wall that we'll leave for people to see later. We're going to have a little open-air chapel in the woods and some trellises and pergolas and sidewalks winding through this area. So it'll be a nice, enjoyable place to go and sit and enjoy that old Florida feel.
That's wonderful. So folks, the Estuary is coming. The Estuary at Shell Point, the newest neighborhood. And if you're interested, call the Welcome Center. They would love to talk to you more about it. They have brochures. They have all the information. So if you or anyone you know are interested, give them a call. They'd love to show it to you. So for Bob Sutherland, this is Jared Pike with Shell Point TV.
It's time now to cover all of today's happenings from Resort Services. Then stay tuned for your Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chandley, and this is Leslie Brand, and we're going to go over activities that are going on here at Shell Point today. Before we start in with the activities, I want to remind everybody that we are doing a food drive here at Shell Point to benefit the South Fort Myers Food Pantry. And this goes through December 1st. You can drop off your donations at either service desk, the Village Church, or the Eagles Preserve Health Club. This morning we're going to start out at 7:45 with our men's Bible study in the Osprey Room on the island. At 8:45 we have Lily and Company Jewelers weekly jewelry service here at the Resident Activities Center. At 9 o'clock, Jurassic Travel will be in the Egret Room. They'll be there till noon. At 9 o'clock we also have the men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. The watercolor group with Phil Hilton will be down in the art studio also at 9 o'clock. At 9:15, we have this scrapbooking group in the Tarpon Room. At 10 o'clock, you'll find the ladies' Bible study in the Osprey Room on the island. And our last activity of the morning is at 10:15 with the Model Yacht Sailing Club at the Woodlands Commons Lake. Now here's Leslie for the afternoon.
Well, Bev, at 1 o'clock, we have chess at the Library Lounge. Also at 1 o'clock is the Health Connections Balanced Basics Assisted Living in the Community Room at King's Crown, but that class is full. 1:30 is the Model Train Room. In the train room on the island, it goes until 3:30. 1:45 is the Health Connections Balance and Mobility Training Level 1 in the Health Club. That class is full. 2:30, Jazz and Stuff is in the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. 3 o'clock is the Health Connections Pilates Stretch in the Health Club. Also at 3 o'clock is the Memory Care Group in the 3rd floor craft room at King's Crown. Sign up is required. 5:45 is church choir rehearsal in the choir room. 7:15 we have the Community Thanksgiving service in the Village Church on the island. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a great day.
Hi, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Wednesday. At 1 o'clock, we have the final session of Intermediate Bridge in the game room of the Woodlands. Also at 1 o'clock, the final session of Writing and Illustrating a 32-page picture book in the Sable Room. At 1:45, Flash Drive Prep School concludes in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. This is the final day for the fall session of the Academy of Lifelong Learning. I want to extend a big thank you to all who have taught, to all who have assisted, and to all who have participated as students of lifelong learning. Please watch for your brochure for the spring semester. It will appear in your mailbox and online at www.shellpoint.net on Wednesday, December 18th. Registration begins on Thursday, December 19th, and classes begin on Monday, January 6th. I look forward to seeing you at an Academy class soon.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is roast beef with mashed potatoes and creamed spinach. The dinner special is the pasta buffet for $8.95, and the soup of the day is minestrone. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Wednesday, enjoy a grilled vegetable cheese wrap with fresh fruit and chips for $7.25. The dinner special is grilled shrimp for $8.25. In the Palm Grill, you can have New York strip for $17.95 or stuffed pork loin for $13.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with Glenda Stephenson. She's our church administrator, whom you know well, and we're looking forward to a wonderful community opportunity, a worship service taking place tonight at the Village Church for the entire community. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and we're looking forward to Thanksgiving. And so, Glenda, tell us a little bit about what's going to be involved in that service.
It is a time when the whole community comes together and participates, which is just fun and a special time for all of us. The Shell Point Singers will join with the Village Church Choir, and they'll be ministering in song. Nani Lett will be doing a piano solo. We look forward to that. We have several folks that will be sharing. Shar Stemple is a resident, and she will be sharing a little bit about what she's grateful for this year. Mm-hmm. And Dr. David Nesselrode, who is an employee, will be sharing as well. So just a very special time together.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first Thanksgiving Eve service here in the Shell Point retirement community, and there's a lot to be thankful for. This is a great place with a lot of people who have been blessed enormously, and what a wonderful opportunity just to gather the day before we usually celebrate that, and just remember the things that we've received over the years and the things that we can just simply be grateful for. So we're looking forward to that opportunity. Now, associated with that is another opportunity for benevolence for our community, because we are engaged in a food drive which begins that evening. So tell us a little bit about what's involved in the community food drive.
We do this on a fairly regular basis here at Shell Point, and that is contribute food items or cash for the South Fort Myers Food Pantry, and it's just a blessing that we can participate with that. So especially during the holiday season, we know that there are needs there, and it's an opportunity for folks to bring canned goods. They can also bring cash gifts if they so desire. Checks need to be made out to Harry Chapin. The beauty of that is the fact that $1 buys about $6 worth of groceries with Harry Chapin.
Yeah, that's incredible. And so, the cash gifts are just as valuable, really, as the food gifts. But I'm sure that anything like that would be very much appreciated and would be a big boost to the community here, especially as the holiday season approaches.
Right. It's an opportunity for us to just be a blessing to the community during this time of year.
That's great. And so that runs from Wednesday night. There are a number of locations where those food gifts can be left, not only at the church, but also at the activity centers, at the Eagles Preserve Health Club. Those kinds of places are available. And so if you can't get to the church, certainly there are places very, very close to residents where those goods can be received.
And if they need help with that, they can always call the church office.
Absolutely.
We're happy to help.
Absolutely. Well, we're delighted to be able to participate with the entire community on this evening. Looking forward to it, and I think it'll be a wonderful opportunity just to share that kind of time together as a community-wide event.
And I also do want to mention that one of the things that we traditionally do at the Thanksgiving service is take an offering. And as blessed as we are, there are people around our world that are struggling. And so this year's offering is going to Compassion and Mercy Associates, which is the relief arm of the Christian Missionary Alliance, and it will be designated for refugee relief. And we hear so much about that in the news right now. We know that the needs are great. So we're looking forward to being able to share in that offering.
It's an incredible situation all across the globe. There are a number of places, hot spots, that generate refugees. Mm-hmm. And we have opportunities to minister in those places and really support people that are just destitute in so many ways. So it's a great opportunity for Thanksgiving, but also to help support our community and also reach out all across the globe in helping people who are in great need. So we're looking forward to a season of blessing as a result. Thanks for joining us on Village Church Connections, and we hope to see you soon.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we hear words of thanksgiving from Sherry Brown, Director of Long-Term Care, and Shell Point's President, Peter Dice. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, November 27th. I'm Cara Benui. From all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.